Hello, guys. Good morning and welcome to the Calic Informa channel on YouTube and Facebook. Monday is 14th February, and whenever this day comes, is a day for the celebration of Saint Valentine, which people refer to as a day of love. But for us in Ghana, it's a day of chocolate, where the government has a policy of encouraging us to share chocolate among our friends, among people who are so dear to us. And so this morning, we are coming to have a conversation about, the African youth and the concept of celebrating Valentine Day. And to help us in this discussion, we have Reverend Father Isaac Atamensa, who is a priest and a teacher at Fiasaman Senior High School, and also the priest in charge at Dompim, one of the newly created retreats in our diocese. And also we have our sister coming all the way from Tanzania, Veronica Muita. She is the promoter, World Family of Radio Maria Africa. Guys, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Father.
So let me pick your preliminary remarks. Let me begin with Father Isaac first. Father, briefly, what the concept of the celebration of Valentine's Day means to you?
For me, Valentine. Good morning to our cherished viewers and listeners, and those who are watching us. For me, Valentine is a very wonderful day, a time and occasion for us to reflect on the goodness of God, and then to share the love that must exude from us as Christians. It's a day of love, a day that we celebrate love, a day that we share love, and that is for me the greatest thing about Valentine, a day of love, a day that we need to extend love and show love and appreciation to the less privileged and people who do not have anything in the society. That's for me my understanding about Valentine Day.
Okay. Day of love, day of celebrating love and having the less privileged in mind. Veronica,
yes.
What are your initial comments?
Valentine's for me is family love, because from family is where we learn to love for family, love for neighbor, love for one another. We learn that from our families. So for me, Valentine's personally means family love. Yes.
Okay, that's good. So basically, Father is talking about day of love and then the celebration of love, and then Veronica is taking us to where this love is learned from, that we learned this love from the family. And out of this family that, we grow into this idea of love, which is very, very important in our world. Now, let's look at who the African child is, who the African youth is in this conversation of love. For you, Veronica, who is the African youth in talking about this conversation of Valentine's Day?
Okay, just from our first contribution, but first I want to compliment. You say that the way you do it at your place, or maybe in Ghana, it's a day of chocolate.
Sure.
You feel about chocolate.
Yeah.
I think you need to copy that, not necessarily chocolate, but in my country, we don't have an official thing we just copied from the West that you do the red flour, something reddish, or if maybe I'm well off, I can buy a gift for a friend or a loved one. So I think I will get a chocolate from Ghana. But let me say Happy New Year to you, Father, both of you, and also Happy New Year to our viewers, because it's a new year, it's just the beginning. African youth and Valentine. Yes, I said we learn love from first from our families, how we live in our families. So the idea of a youth a well brought up youth, as far as love is concerned, depends with the family we come from, how we are brought up, how we are brought up. But now, love in itself is so broad that this agape love, say Christian love, and that, but then there's this type of relationship love. The question is, in our families, do we talk about relationship? Do we talk about being in love or loving another person, like the love that will take us to marriage? Most of our families don't do that. So when you talk about Valentines in Africa, in Tanzania, okay, the few privileged ones, yes, but for the many, many youths, do they have this concept in their heads about true Valentine? And not from the spiritual point of view, you are good. You can tell us more about Saint Valentine's, about the priest, Father Valentine, and all that. But in real life now, when we come to the other side of love, our youth, how do we bring them up, or how are we brought up as far as specifically this day, 14th of February, is concerned? So that's more of my sharing will be on that. But how are we brought up as youth, as Africans, as children from these families where we learn to love? How are we brought up as far as Valentine's Day is concerned?
Okay. All right. Let me go to Father Isaac, and then I want Father Isaac to take this question from this angle. Valentine's Day has been commercialized by the radio stations and the media and the television stations and all have you. So what must the church do to take advantage of the noise of the airwaves? Yes, the noise of the airwaves, to teach the youth, and the African youth in particular, the true value of the love that St. Valentine stood for.
Yeah, I think in this age of globalization, in this age of technological development, where now the issue of Valentine, or the celebration of Valentine, has been commercialized by the mostly our media outlet. One of the ways that the church can capitalize on this is by trying to let the youth understand that Valentine's, the celebration of Valentine, is not associated with any carnal celebration or things that are in our permissive word, things that are about sex. The church should try to take the advantage to teach the youth by organizing, instead of allowing these corporate organizations, the media houses, in organizing love affairs, love bazaar, and the rest. For me, in particular, in my candid opinion, I think that our local churches can take advantage of it, and by organizing a program that will suit the taste of our youth, so that they will not indulge themselves in this what they call in this fanfare that may eventually lead to something else. So I will suggest that the church will take advantage of this program by teaching the youth about love, the true love, about relationship, about the agape love, about filial love, and even when it comes to relationship, how the youth can be prepared to marriage, to undertake the institution of marriage as a whole. I believe that the church should use this opportunity to teach the youth about love and relationship.
Okay. Okay. All right. What would you like to add, Vero?
Yes, especially on the media side. Thank you, Father shared so well the church side. But yes, what does the media say about Valentines? What do they publicize about Valentines? And is it safe? Is it safe for our youths? Is it safe for our young ones? So we have a lot to do with the media. The media is emphasizing more on the other side of Valentine. So Valentine is seen now as a material thing, like, okay, I have to give this gift to this person on this day. So if I don't have this particular gift, that means I don't love this person. Or you did not give me this on Valentine. So because you did not do it, you don't love me. Okay, we did not have, like, sorry, we did not have sex on this Valentine's Day. So you don't love me. That's why you denied me this. So the media is taking Valentine away from the real meaning of Valentine. Not all media houses, but the majority of media is taking Valentine's away from the real meaning of Valentine. So we people who work with the media, is there a thing we can do about this? The church, is there something the church can do about this? Families, parents, is there something? Schools also, because schools do stay with youths most of the time. I mean, the youth, that age of schooling, but some will go out happy, but some will go out hurt. So how are we rescuing our young ones from the so-called after Valentine pain?
Okay, that's good. And I think that in Ghana, for us, the celebration of Valentine took a different turn from the year 2005, where the Ghana Tourism Board,
2005?
2005,
Wow.
the Ghana Tourism Board, declared, it as a chocolate day because they wanted to promote the consumption of chocolate among the Ghanaian population. And since they realized that Valentine was a day of showing affection, they decided to use that day to also promote it. That one of the things you can give to people is the idea of, giving them chocolate, which, you all produce the cocoa, and then you also promote buy made in Ghana goods, you understand? So that is one positive aspect of it. That is another way that you can also help the youth to also protect themselves against the aftermath of that one day recklessness, you understand? How is
Maybe
Tanzania?
Father, maybe
Yeah.
maybe we can copy that. Maybe we can copy that. We are allowed to quote from a brother, so or a sister. So maybe we as a country also can copy that from Ghana. You are doing chocolate because maybe you have that, you are manufacturing that. Yeah. So for us here, we have plenty of things in Tanzania, a lot of things we can do. So maybe one day I'll be privileged to meet with maybe the Minister of Social, or maybe tourism and all that. And then we share this, and then slowly it can start to bring that sense. For us, okay, for us, like Tanzania, we don't have something as beautiful as that we are pinning Valentine to this, or this day we remember this specific thing. No. Mostly we are celebrating it like in the Western, just buying roses, buying radio, buying perfumes, buying that, and then maybe going, having beer and that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Father, you are in the school ministry. You are in the senior high school, and especially working with these young people. What is their perception of Valentine's Day? And as a priest in their midst, what are some of the measures you are putting in place to help them to rediscover the true meaning of Valentine's Day celebration?
Just this morning, we had the chaplaincy board of the school, which I happen to be part of. We had a talk for the whole school. Yesterday, we met the headmaster, and then we had a discussion on because we just reopened school, and we saw that many of the students haven't reported. And from what we were getting, it seems that because Valentine falls on 14th, many are waiting to celebrate the feast before they report to school. So even those who are in school, some of them are even planning to go home. And even, you have the day, St. Valentine. So we did just this morning, before classes normally start at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. And so before 7 o'clock, we organized the student, and we gave a talk on Valentine, the rare meaning of Valentine, and what Saint Valentine stood for. And that Valentine is not a time that we engage ourselves in illicit sexual, activities, or it's not anything about sex. As today we are being made to know by the media houses, anything about sex sells in our world today. Anything about sex sells, and because we are living in a very permissive society, that we allow things to go on. And so we took the opportunity to teach them and to educate them about the real meaning of Saint Valentine and what Saint Valentine stood for. It's about love. And that's what we did this morning.
Okay. I'm happy you spoke about the real meaning of Valentine, and taking it up from there, what are some of the lessons, the African youth can learn, especially as we look forward to the celebration of Valentine's Day on 14th February? Vero?
Yeah. What we can learn is lifestyle will show that he really stood for love. He really lived for love and he died for love. And what we can do is that wherever we are, wherever we find ourselves, the African youth must be committed in first and foremost, loving himself and loving the other person, trying to share the little that we have with the other person. It's about sharing. I keep on saying that there's no love without giving. Love must necessarily express itself in giving. And therefore, if you say you love someone, then you must be ready to give. And that thing that you give must be given of our time, our resources, whatever that we have, to help the other person, to see the other person smile. And that is all about love. Love is seeing the other person smile. And that's what the African youth should learn.
Okay. All right. Let me give the chance to Veronica.
Yes, Father. Won't go far from what Father just shared. Yeah? The real meaning of this day is more of giving.
Sure.
But again, if we say that to our youth today, they will say, yes, what do I give? So we are attaching this giving into something specific. Maybe it's not the youth's program. As I said earlier, how are we brought up? Did we talk about this Valentine since childhood as we were growing up? No, we missed that chance. And then you are here in adolescent stage, and all you can hear from the media, from the smartphones we have, is Valentine is this. You have to do maybe sex, maybe go out, maybe go clubbing, maybe go this. So what we feed our youth, what the youth meet on their way out there from the crowd is, give me this. This is the way you show me that you love me. If you don't give me this, you don't. So we are diverging from the real meaning of Valentine. If you see Saint Valentine, the story of Saint Valentine's, giving up one's life, like taking somebody's position in a very awkward situation, just so that this person can enjoy maybe or get this gratitude. That was something that we should spread, or that we should teach our young ones. We should teach the youth, so that at least this day is really celebrated, really loved, and then brings that meaning of Valentine's out. Not like how it is now. Yes, there are those who do it the right way, yes, but how many? Among our youths now, how many?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if I can add something to it.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's no love without sacrifice. So love is about sacrifice. When you read John's Gospel, chapter 15, verse 13, Jesus gave us a very definitive definition of love. He says that a man can love no other than to lay his life for the fellow person. So when we talk of love, love is about sacrifice. And that is what we must learn to teach our youth, that love is about what? Sacrifice. We must teach our youth that when we talk of love, love is sacrifice. You must be ready to sacrifice for the other person. And that's what we need. So ready to sacrifice for our nation, sacrifice for our community, sacrifice for the church, and sacrifice for one another. That is about love.
All right, guys. I think it's been wonderful having this conversation on Valentine's Day and the African youth. To bring our conversation to an end, let me pick your final thoughts and then we end this conversation. Let me begin with my sister from Tanzania. Your final thoughts.
Thank you, Father, very much. My final talk on this Valentine and the youth, especially African youth. will be on family, back to families. We parents, we elder sisters and brothers in the family, let's do our role. Let's guide our youth on the right path so that to reduce or even maybe end this so-called after Valentine pain. Because there are those who enjoy this love for real because at the age they are, yes. There are those who are going to get married on Valentine's Day. Something very beautiful. But there are those who will be breaking up Valentine's Day because I thought you are mine, but you are not, you're dating this other person. There are those who get pregnant. And unfortunately now we name these type of, like unwanted pregnant. You call this unwanted pregnant, you are referring to unwanted baby. So of unwanted mother. So we are creating the unwanted. So we should end this after Valentine pain. Then let people celebrate Valentine happily, end it happily, and then look forward to the next Valentine. Or make every day Valentine's Day, only celebrated on 14th of February, but let every day be Valentine's Day. And we stop this after Valentine's pain. So my call to families, schools, and especially to media also. Media should also see when they broadcast, when they talk about Valentine, please, media, remember, we have young kids, we have young youths, we have adolescent kids. Let's remember them during our segments to give them a message that is according to their age for them to understand how they can celebrate this. Let's not focus on the elderly and everything as we are doing now. Asante sana, Father.
Thank you. Asante sana. For Isaac, let's hear your final thoughts.
Yeah, my final words are these, that our prime aim in life is to help one another. And that should necessarily be the rationale for the celebration of Valentine, especially to the youth. Valentine should be seen as a day to express our love, the sacrifices, offering, and they are giving to us, our parents, our guardians, those who are taking care of us, those who have our welfare at heart. This is a time that we should show love to them, not necessarily about showing love to our colleagues or our people of the same age or same sex, but showing love even to our parents and those who are taking care of us. And also even among us, we can show this love by appreciating one another, appreciating the gift and the talent of one another, and supporting one another in life. And that is what I see as Valentine. And for me, each and every day should be a Valentine for us, a day that we show love, and we should let love lead. Let love lead.
All right. Thank you very much for these wonderful thoughts on Valentine's Day and the African youth. Friends, we've been having this conversation with two very special friends of mine, Veronica Miuta from Tanzania, the promoter of a World Family of Radio Maria Africa, and Reverend Father Isaac Atamensa, a chaplain in the Twitter of Fiasaman Senior High School, and also the priest in charge of Dompem Retreat. Guys, it's been wonderful having you. Till you meet again, keep hope alive. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Asante, Father. Bye.
Bye.